Welcome, baby, it's the Bucket of Beef Show. Welcome, baby, I do.
Bucket of Beef
Introducing the Bucket of Beef Show.
Episode 10.
Yeah.
Did that sound good?
Probably not.
Okay. Welcome to the Bucket of Beef Show, episode 10. Episode 10. We're in this shit, guys. We're in the thick of it.
And you're in the bucket with us.
You're straight up in there.
There's some gravy. We forgot to trim the fat.
Oh gosh.
Oh, God.
But you know what? Sometimes that fat can be kind of good.
My name is Luke Hodson.
My name is Alex Morrison.
Thanks for joining us for episode 10 of the Bucket of Beef Show.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of a treat for you guys today. We were doing a little bit of traveling recently. We were visiting our boy Dwight Braxton Jr.
Our boy!
In the national tour of the Book of Mormon.
Oh, what a treat.
In Detroit at the Fisher Theater. They swung by for about a week or so. It was a pleasure. If any of you guys are hankering for some great comedic musical theater, you can check out the Book of Mormon's national tour. They might be coming to a city near you.
Yeah, I got to meet a lot of the cast. We both did, and everyone is so lovely and talented, and it was such a treat to go back and see everybody. So yeah, we decided to do that, and we were like, okay, we might not have time to watch a second movie.
Maybe not.
And I think that was probably the correct choice. But we decided to watch one, which you guys voted. Thank you for voting, as always. And we're doing Beetlejuice today. 1988?
1988, potentially. We'll also be doing a Q&A at the end of this little session here. If you do want to listen to the Q&A and you're not super interested in Beetlejuice for some weird reason, you can go to this point in the podcast.
Skip to 2518 for the Q&A. There we go. We left a space there.
There we go.
To figure out where, if you want to skip ahead in the pod, have a blast doing that. But let's jump into her. And I was told I'm doing the synopsis for the movie this week. So
It's going to be real good.
I had time to think about it last time. I didn't have time to think about it.
Oh, you don't have time to think about it now?
Yeah, so this is going to be as childish as whatever.
Let's hear it.
Okay, here we go. We're in a very small town in a house that is on top of a hill. We meet our friends Barbara and Adam as they are living a lovely life. Their car goes into a river, and they die immediately, and they are trapped within their own home. They're not allowed to leave because of ghost reasons.
Ghost rules.
Ghost rules. And so another family from New York moves in, and they're essentially like, we want these people to leave our house. They're kind of shitty New York people. So they befriend the daughter of this family they enlist her to help these people essentially get scared, like scare them out of the house, right?
Precisely.
And they also mildly employ kind of a massive shithead as Michael Keaton's
Beetlejuice? Maybe we'll figure out his name by the end of the podcast.
Maybe. I don't know. And he's a demon, and he's just very he wants to marry the little girl for some reason. And that's
he's just a deviant in all ways, basically.
Yeah, and that's kind of the plot of this Tim Burton film. As weird as ever, that Tim Burton. So what were your first thoughts on this?
My first thoughts...
also, we both haven't seen this movie.
Well, yeah, neither of us have seen this movie. Yeah. I love the little dog that helps cause their deaths.
Yeah.
I think it's very fun. There's like something Tim Burton-ism, I feel, is like... He has like a lot of like animals and stuff sometimes do just funny things in his films. And this was a fun one. I liked when they like had crashed through the covered bridge thing. They were hanging on by like one board, and that one board was being supported by the dog that they tried to not run over. And the dog just dips and fucks them over. Maybe the dog is death.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
Death Dog.
Yeah.
I kind of
He
mess with
exists
it.
between realms.
Yeah, he's like an omen. You know,
Yes.
like the omen dog in Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else about your initial thoughts?
Initial Thoughts is a really fun movie. I can see why this is like a cult classic, and why they've made a musical about it. Beetlejuice is a depraved man
Jeez,
to say the least.
Please,
to
man.
say the least. I didn't expect like the upskirt shit and
No!
all that absolute
Dude, this
vile
movie's rated
behavior.
PG.
Yeah, it's pretty
Parental
interesting.
guidance suggested.
And honestly, for the most part, like aside from the Beetlejuice like sexual deviancy stuff, I feel like it's relatively PG. There's like some spooky stuff, but it's all like spooky stuff with Tim Burton is interesting because it's just kind of like just how the world is.
It's like claymation too. It can't be that.
Yeah,
scary.
exactly.
There is one F-bomb dropped.
There is, and of course Beetlejuice says it.
Has to.
I can't say his name a third time or else we might get...
Just in sequence. You can say it as much as you want in sequence. You can be like, Beetlejuice.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Ooh, well, let us know in the comments, you guys.
Yeah. So maybe I should... Okay, well,
Damn.
we can't say his name for the rest of this thing. That's mad unfortunate.
Shoot. What did you think of the movie of Goose? Of Goose Beetle?
Goose Juice? I told Luke like maybe 30 minutes into it, I was like, this is one of my favorite movies we've watched. This is just so out there, and
it's like very much its own film, which is cool.
Yeah, I like when we watch stuff that like takes itself seriously, but in totality, it's not a serious film.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I appreciate a lot of the. I like when movies or properties take liberty with like we're gonna perceive death differently. Like you are assigned like a ghost lawyer. Like, you know, and like you have to go wait in an office, and there are like you look the way that you died. So there are like people with tiny heads, or like people that are completely blue, or like the entire like ghost football team.
I like how all of the people that work in like the bureaucracy of Ghost World were people that killed themselves.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because of course, like working that kind of job is also going to make you want to kill yourself when you're undead.
Jeez,
but you can't
put it that way.
It's cruel. It's
all
a cruel
the blue
punishment.
people were really hot.
They were.
They were really
and
hot.
all the hot people killed themselves. They all bled themselves out and shit like that.
Jesus, so morbid.
I know.
Oh God.
But they were pretty.
So what do you think of our protagonists?
Protagonists Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. They were good. They were, they were fun. They were like everything that you needed to be. They were very much like the straight. It was funny. I liked how they did it because they're like the straight couple, like they're the serious ones, but they get thrown into the most ridiculous situation. Mm-hmm. So it's fun, like seeing how they deal with that. Like the shit that they do with the little ghost. They put the sheets on themselves and like pretend to be ghosts. And like the craziest thing that they can think of for haunting is by like making everybody at the dinner sing the Banana Boat song. Mm-hmm. Like that's a fun little thing.
It's very cute.
Yeah. Also just the little weird shit that Tim Burton likes to throw in his movies. It's like it's a very charming film.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's charming too because of their like naivety. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're just so like they don't want to scare people. They just want to just live their life and have their little model of the whole town.
Yeah, they don't want to hurt people. They don't want like a Hill House situation where like, sorry, spoilers to people that have watched Hill House that haven't watched Hill House, I should say. Like, wouldn't it suck if like there was just a shitty person living in your house as a ghost?
Yeah,
and you killed them, and then they were just part of the house too, and you were stuck with them for eternity.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty ass.
I love Hill House.
Hill House is good.
It's awesome. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, that would suck. What did you think of the family moving in outside of Winona Ryder? Because Winona Ryder, I think everyone agrees that she is such a treat in almost everything that she's in.
I mean, Catherine O'Hara is great. Like, loved seeing Catherine O'Hara. Like, she always, like, kills it as the just, like, weird, eccentric...
Bad parent.
Yeah, honestly.
Home Alone, like, they're like, you gotta...
That's kind of her type. And then Jeffrey Jones is fun, too. Shout out to Jeffrey Jones, starring in Howard the Duck.
Yes!
As well.
Oh my God. The villain of Howard the Duck. I was so shocked to see him. What a weird guy.
They were good. I mean, they were perfect for... honestly, the casting for all of this was perfect. Like, down to the cousin that, like, wants a family to, like, live in the house at the beginning and everything like that. It was good. And, like, all the New York business people that come in and are aloof and asshole-ish.
Otho is my favorite.
Otho?
Yeah.
Is it Otho or Otto? Otho. Yeah,
like
Otho's fun.
Glenn Shaddix.
Yeah, Glenn does a good job, too, in this. Shout out to Glenn Shaddix.
Yeah.
Holding it down.
I was expecting that this would be largely... And, like, I had only listened to music from the musical because I enjoyed the music. I expected Beetlejuice to be in a lot of this movie. He's, like, not in like, most of this movie.
Yeah. He's, like, always, like, in the shadows. I really, really like the work that they did with the miniature town.
Yeah.
I thought that was super imaginative. That he's like gotten in, but he's only in the little miniature version of the town.
Yeah.
That's like what he's been up to. I thought that was really fun.
No, it's so cool because when they're shoveling too, it's like the big plastic green grass.
Yeah, and like when they're unearthing like a beetle man's grave.
Yeah.
And
it's like cardboard.
Yeah, it's like all cardboard and like epoxy and like a bunch of random shit. It's really fun.
The one it's like nitpick I have is like the boxes say fragile, and I'm like, so are these mini boxes that have like mini fragiles on them? Because it would just be an obnoxiously large fragile like stamp on it.
I think they are. They did they put a lot of effort into their little town. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. The weirdest part was the sandworm stuff.
Yeah, dude, was it on Saturn or Jupiter? What was the planet?
I think it was Saturn.
Saturn.
I think it was Saturn.
Yeah, I like that they're cursed to just when they leave their house, they just get sent to Saturn and they can't find the place back. Honestly, like, what could happen though? The sandworms can't really hurt them.
Yeah, but I guess
can they?
They bring up
they
the thing where it's
like
you can die within death. Like you can die.
Yeah, which sucks.
And I guess it kills Beetlejuice.
Then you go to that weird like soul world.
Yeah.
That like Hades makes Hercules swim in.
Yeah.
I think canonically, Hercules and Juice Beetle are connected.
Why do you say that?
Because they got the same soul river.
They have the same soul river.
I think they just repurposed it.
The river Styx.
Yeah, when they open the little door and it's like the whirlpool of lost souls.
Oh, well, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they just usurped Hades and replaced it for a different bureaucracy. You know, I think that's what it was.
So, what was the deal with him wanting to marry Winona Ryder?
I think it's just because he's silly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's like lady crazy.
He's like a weird plumber. He's like
He's like if Mario went horribly wrong. Honestly,
like he sells mattresses and
yeah,
is just
dude.
The shadiest. I
also really like the idea of like a bio-exorcism.
Yeah,
like getting the living people out of your house.
Yeah, that's
as
a neat
ghost.
idea.
That's a very niche. Honestly, probably not a super niche market given all the people that have died.
Yeah.
Throughout the centuries.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But sounds like a pretty lucrative business.
But what happens when the house is demolished?
I think they're still there, but
they're
they
just
can't leave
the
plot of land, which must suck.
That would be terrible.
You know?
Multiple floors. At least you can get away from the
right?
person you're with.
Right?
Do you think you could die with me?
Yeah,
in
it'd
this
be fine.
And be cool?
Yeah.
You think so?
Basically the same.
I guess so.
As now.
Yeah.
But I can run out and take the subway and get a coffee somewhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
I was telling Alex about this. I was like, what if, like, this was our life? Like, we were just, like, stuck in this apartment, but we could still, like, watch all of the new shows and movies and, like, get Postmates and shit. That wouldn't be the worst thing. I mean, it would descend into madness pretty soon, I think, but...
Could we still have toilet paper? Or would we be, like, screwed?
You know, we never see them having to wipe their asses in this movie, so
you're
canonically,
right.
I don't think they have to shit or eat.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
But they do sleep.
I'd be bummed out about... Yeah, they do have to sleep. Mm-hmm. Maybe they eat, too. I'd be bummed out if I couldn't munch.
I know you would,
like, I'd be lost. I need to munch, dude.
Oh, my God. So... I was thinking about it. So he has to marry her so that he can become, like, real.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
Oh.
Because she's kind of in the realm. She's like, I don't really want to be here anymore. I'm kind of ready. I have my suicide note.
Yeah, she's like, Winona Ryder's character is very sad. What's her character's name?
Lydia.
Lydia's so sad.
Yeah.
And Lydia can see all the ghosts.
Yeah.
So Lydia kind of has the best of both worlds going on, you know?
And it's the cutest thing about this movie is that she really is just looking for the parents that Adam and Barbara can be.
I know.
And, like, that's part of the reason why she's like, I kind of want to,
kill myself so I can be with you guys.
Yeah, which is so sad.
I know.
But they would be such good parents.
I know. And
they do kind of end up as...
They basically do end up as her parents.
It is confused. The ending is a little bit confusing.
Yeah. Well, they basically are now, like, they're living in harmony with the people of the house.
Yeah.
And I can't really tell if the New York parents can now see them.
Yeah, but Lydia's flying. Like, Lydia's flying in the air.
Yeah, Lydia.
Doing the Deo
Well,
song.
but they're probably, like, doing that to her.
You think so?
With their ghost powers, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Or she could be dead and she's just doing it just because she can't. Well, no, because she took a math test.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, she's not dead. She like, went to school and everything. Also, I like how they have their little manual on how to... like the How to Be Dead for Dummies kind of handbook.
Yeah.
I also like that at the end of it they have a how to like cohabitate with the living. Why didn't they just get that book at the beginning?
Yeah, what the hell?
Come on.
It's always the movies where there's a book. They, if you listen,
yeah,
situationally,
it's just like The Mummy, where there's a bad book and then a good book. Exactly. That's what I'm going to ask every time. Whenever I go to a restaurant, I'll be like, "Where's the good menu?"
Yeah.
You know,
is this the good menu? Where's the bad menu?
Exactly.
You gotta know.
I get fired in an email. Where's the good email? You know, like help me out.
God,
if cinema has taught us anything, is that when there are books, they always come in two.
They do.
Almost always.
They always come in two.
You know?
Absolutely. But going back, I was just thinking, so Adam is like, hey, how did you do on your science test? She's like, not so good. And he's like, And I'm like, how are you going to punish this girl?
He's a ghost.
That's what I'm saying.
He could, like, take away her eyeballs for a day.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what do you realistically... if my parent was a ghost, and I, like, failed a science test, which I did often...
Yeah.
I'm just like,
you're just gonna run away from home.
I'm like, are you gonna lock me in my room for like eternity or like?
Why does it have to be eternity? You're living. It could still be like 3 days.
I don't know.
Would you be a parent that would physically lock their child in a room?
No,
for 3 days?
no.
That sounds horrendous.
I know that sounds horrendous, and my parent never did that. It's one of those things. I'm like, if you're stop it. if you're a spirit, I mean, you have some wild ways that you can like.
Yeah,
you can
turn them into a banana split.
Yeah,
and let them melt for a minute,
which is arguably more traumatizing than.
What would be your favorite ghost power to have? Out of the proven powers that they have in this film, do you have a preference?
I think. I mean, like the possessing people thing would be cool.
Yeah,
but also like I like when they change their faces and they have
changing their face is fun when they have the really creepy faces.
Yeah,
I think I'd want to just become. I want to be able to like be a dog.
Yeah,
just, like lay down.
Yeah.
That's mine. I just want to be Sirius Black.
You just want to be Sirius Black. Yeah. That's cool, though. I'm not mad at it. I like that they can draw on the door.
Or, like, I could probably summon things to me. Like, summon a tray of sushi. Or some dim sum.
That's exactly what you would do. You would just be laying on the couch, and you'd be like...
I'd be a dog, and I would just have, like, ahi tuna flying into my mouth at all times. That'd be good.
That's perfect. That's a perfect Luke power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You'd be kind of like... what's the...
I don't know how I, like... have survived this long without developing a horrible heart condition.
Dude, you are like Slimer from Ghostbusters. Like, you meet Slimer and he's like at the big table. He's just like, he's just slamming food.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to be in Ghost World.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That would hit harder if I've watched Ghostbusters.
He's watched some of Ghostbusters. I was with him.
Which parts?
Over the summer.
I have?
When I moved here.
Oh, when I fell asleep immediately?
Yeah. You saw a little bit of it, though.
A little bit. Can't remember a single thing. But
okay, well.
Back to Bulgus.
Beagle.
Anything else that you think about this film?
I
liked it. What did you think of their the reconstruction they did in the house? The what's the word? The renovations
it was fucking
they did.
Atrocious. It was atrocious then. It's atrocious now.
Yeah, it was pretty bad before for sure. I liked the weird kind of like arches they put outside. Mm-hmm. They had some nice outdoor spaces, honestly.
Yeah, it was okay.
Even though it was like kind of out there, I liked that they had a patio. That was good.
And also, we didn't even talk about how the whole thing was like, they figured out there were ghosts there, so they're like, we're going to make it a theme park.
Yeah, they want to make it a ghost theme park.
A theme park house.
Exactly.
So people can go and stuff will move a little bit.
Yeah,
and
Daddy always gets return on investment.
Yeah, it's just so weird. I don't know. But
I thought it was fun.
It was fun. The whole movie was really, really fun.
Yeah, it's just a rip-roaring good time.
Yeah. I have a hard time sticking with, like, Tim Burton-esque things.
Sure, that's fair.
Like, in general.
It's very much like you're along for the ride or you're totally not.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair way to put it.
Because I think, like, a lot of stuff I have, like, not issues with, but, like, my brain just doesn't accept the vibe of. Like, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, I know everybody loves that movie, but, like... I just can't get around the Halloween, like, weirdness. I can't get around it.
Just a little too weird for you?
A little too weird. But then he did Batman with Michael Keaton.
Which I also haven't seen.
You've never seen the original Batman?
Never.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Why have you never said this until now?
I've never seen anything good.
Was it for dramatic effect?
No.
We talked about this recently.
I withhold information from you.
Okay. Because we were talking about how Michael Keaton, everyone was like, oh, he's the comedy guy from Beetlejuice. Like, he should not do Batman. We do not want him as Batman.
Mean.
So that's interesting.
Mean. That's mean of them. Why would they do that?
We're going to watch a Batman movie.
We should.
We're going to.
Maybe for the podcast.
Not even for the pod. Now, this
Just
is
for fun.
This is a personal incentive of mine.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So overall
on Bulgus?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.7.
Sweet.
I think it was very fun. There's like some dated things, but I mean it's all in good fun. There's nothing like horrible. Like, I mean,
listen, Michael Keaton's not a bad guy.
yeah, Michael Keaton's a good guy in my book. You know, he was very dedicated to his character. Let's talk about Michael Keaton for a second. As the Beetle Man,
all over the place. It's the most controlled, chaotic performance I've seen in
a
long time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I can see, like, parents in the 80s being like, oh, my God, I'm not taking you to that fucking Beetlejuice movie. Oh, my God.
But, you know, there's always that guy kind of in the world. I mean, it's like, you can kind of relate him to somebody, whether it's, you know, your mechanic or...
You have a mechanic just like Beetlejuice.
I did once.
I gotta kind of get in there. Gotta take a minute or two.
Yeah. So weird, but he was excellent. He was excellent. He's like a genie-esque character.
Kind of is.
He's like a reverse genie.
Yeah, that's very true.
I like his little ad.
I like how they were able to subdue him with a whorehouse.
Yeah,
for a minute. He went through the whole whorehouse in a night. Oh God,
you're like, that'll hold him.
Yeah.
God, so weird. So weird. Okay. What's your rating on the beef score?
The beef score? I'd give it a bucket of beef. I think it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it before, especially if you're a fan of Tim Burton's stuff. Check it out, for sure.
Yeah.
That unknown movie, Beetlejuice, that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah. I'm going to sit it pretty high, too. I think I'm going to hit it with an 8.5. It has a lot of rewatchability. Like, this is something I would pick up on Halloween and be like, oh, this is like a really fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
And as for my beef score, I'm going to try to one-up you on this one, because you've been really good with the beef scores. Like, you have very imaginative beef scores. Mine is a miniature, okay?
Oh.
We're in a miniature version of our apartment, and you're cooking a miniature steak, and I take the pretty miniature steak, and I eat it, and it's the most, it's decadent. It's delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do a good job.
Yeah. I know you do.
Yep.
You need to make me some steak.
I know. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Make me a steak before the next episode.
We'll do it.
Okay.
That sounds good. That is our review of Beetlejuice, our little rambly ramble.
Yeah, that was a rambly one.
Thanks for listening, though. We're going to go to hopeful sponsors, and then we'll go into the Q&A in 3, 2, 1.
Dunka.
Keaton Man! Is that who you want to be sponsored by? Who do you want to be sponsored by?
No, you go this time.
I have to go this time?
You have to go
I want to be sponsored by Portable Fans.
Portable Fans.
It's kind of hot in our apartment. Spring is coming to New York. I can tell that the summer is going to be sweltering in this apartment. I would like there to be 2 to 3 floating portable fans surrounding me at all times.
I agree with that.
They missed me a little bit, but not to get me too wet, you know? I still got to look like a respectable person on the streets,
sure,
you know?
Absolutely.
Just something to subdue the sweats, because I do get quite sweaty. Alex and I both get quite sweaty.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. I want the brand of the fans to be called, I want it to be called Flotilla.
Flotilla?
Yeah, like a flotilla.
Isn't that already a thing?
Is it? Makers of Flotilla, if it exists, let me know. I apologize.
Hold on, I'm looking this up real quick.
I don't think it exists.
Flotilla.
I mean, it definitely doesn't exist in the way that I mean, it's a word. It's an existing word. It's like a ship.
Yeah, flotilla or naval flotilla is a formation of small warships that may be a part of a larger fleet.
Yeah, I want it to be called Flotilla, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. I would like to be sponsored by in-ground swimming pools, because I want to go swimming all the time, every day.
I wish we could put a pool on our roof like those people did in Brooklyn last year.
They did that? What are you talking about?
There were people that put an above-ground pool on their apartment complex.
Really?
Yeah, and they got taken down quick.
But that's a baller, though. Kudos for them for trying. But like,
they did. They filled it up with water. I have no idea how they got water in it.
That's crazy.
But people were like going to the public rooftop pool in the
our
apartment
roof
building.
Would collapse.
Yeah, I know.
Our
That's why
roof
they
would
had to
collapse.
take theirs down, because the roof was going to collapse.
Yeah. But swimming pools. I love smelling like chlorine, and believe it or not, I'm actually fast as fuck underwater. Like, I'm like a little torpedo
Like
man.
a leopard seal.
Literally, you can't... If Luke was trying to catch me in the water, it just wouldn't happen.
You think you could beat an orca?
I could definitely, like, match an orca's speed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure. I learned how to breach when I was 9.
Damn, we got to hook up with the orca community and set up a race.
Yeah.
Charity, like a defund SeaWorld event.
I'll text a couple of them.
That'd be good.
I have a couple friends.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. All right, in-ground swimming pools and flotillas. It's very summary.
Let's head over to the Q&As that we got.
Yeah, we
it's
got
a little bit of a
Let's
different
do it.
episode this time.
Go ahead and end the commercial.
Commercial break is over. On to the questions.
On to the questions.
Asked by some of our wonderful followers. If you haven't followed us on Instagram yet, check us out at the Bucket of Beef Show.
100%.
100%.
We got a lot of questions.
Oh, we did.
We got to work through them, but I want to make sure we take our time with them.
We're going to try to be... We'll be succinct, though.
Yes.
We'll be concise.
Maybe.
I'll do my best.
I won't.
Okay.
Okay. Let's, we can start with the first three.
Just pick one and go for it.
Okay.
Shoot it off.
Sweet. Let's go, what do you enjoy the most about making this podcast? What is challenging about it?
One of my favorite things about doing this podcast that I get to do with my best friend, Alexander Morrison.
Aww.
It actually is wonderful.
Yeah.
I have a great time doing the podcast with this fella. It's also a good excuse to watch fun movies.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
In terms of the most challenging, it's probably been just making the time to actually record and watch everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to scramble a little bit.
A lot of time.
Alex objectively does a lot more work on the podcast than I do, though.
Just like running the socials and trying to make stuff that is like super accessible for you guys. And we also have the Patreon too. So I mean, like a lot of days of the week, we're doing 2 movies, and we were doing an episode of The Last of Us, and then like the second that's over, because we promise early content to people on Patreon. We just want to make sure that it's like all there, and because we are working entertainment professionals. Like that's we have our degree in, and we just want to make sure that it stays that way, just stays professional, because this is something that, I mean, I can't speak for Luke, but I very much enjoy doing, and I would like to keep doing it, you know?
Yeah. Keep on following, keep on listening. Give us a reason to believe.
Yeah. What's something that you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to spring in the city.
Yeah.
The entire, just winter season in New York this year has just been utter garbage. It's been so gray. It's been so wet. I always tell people that I would prefer 25 degrees and snowy versus 33 and wet.
Like slushy.
Always. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to spring, getting some sun, defeating my seasonal depression, and having some fun.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have a lot of fun stuff coming up, actually. Like, my cousin is going to have a baby later at the end of this year, yeah. And she is going to have her gender reveal party, I guess, in April.
Don't light anything on fire.
Yeah.
No
Let's not explode the... Yeah. So that, and my mom's turning 50 in May, and my cousin... My other cousin...
26.
Yeah, sorry, 26. I forgot. And my other cousin is getting married in August in Texas. So, like, there's just...
Man, a lot of life happening.
A lot of, like, close family life things happening, and it's very, very exciting.
That's great. Congrats to all of them for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats to you guys. Favorite form of beef?
Favorite form of beef? Ribeye steak. I love a ribeye steak. Mm-hmm. Close second is just like beef and broccoli from a good Chinese place. Yeah. I like that kind of gravy sauce. I honestly can't really nail what exact. It's kind of like a gravy sauce.
I like beef with garlic sauce from like
beef with garlic sauce is quite good.
Like, that's great.
Honestly, like the Chinese kill it at the beef game. I need to have some more like Korean barbecue. I've never really.
I haven't either.
Had a lot of Korean barbecue. I'm sure that they kill the beef game too.
Yeah,
but there's just something special about like Chinese style beef.
Yeah. My grandpa makes a mean T-bone steak, so that's like that's something I'm always like, oh man, I need summer to come, because whenever I go, he's like, come on, we're gonna go make some steak.
Yeah, I would say my top comfort foods, like beef wise, is for sure like a nice steak frites kind of situation. Yeah.
When I came to visit Luke, like right before I moved here, we went to this. It was like a French place. You remember what I'm talking about?
The spot that I went with you. Yeah. It's called Nice Matin.
Yeah. We went there,
and
it was excellent.
Did you have steak frites there?
Yeah.
I've had steak frites there too, but it was a different day than when we went. They have good stuff. If you're ever around, what is it, like 79th or 78th Street in Amsterdam, in New York City, on the Upper West Side. Check out Nice Matan.
Check it
They
out.
got some
It's
good
definitely
stuff.
worth it.
Good brunch stuff.
It's
and honestly,
kind of hard to find like exceptional food like that.
And for the Upper West Side, it's honestly, like, for an Upper West Side, like, French-style place, it's honestly priced pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was not bad. I remember, like, I was so scared to look at that check, and I was like, oh.
No, not bad at all.
Sticking in the realm of food, we're doing a snack time. Favorite or least favorite movie snacks?
Least favorite movie snacks? I don't like snow caps. I think
Yeah,
snow caps
gross.
are really gross. I don't know who likes them, but I've seen a lot of people really like them.
I've seen people get fucking Tootsie Rolls.
I just don't get it. Oh, really?
That's nasty.
I think snow caps are still worse, but Tootsie Rolls are also bad because you can't eat like more than one Tootsie Roll.
No.
Because it's just there.
You get your
like,
fill for an entire year once you
it's
get
like
one
gum.
Tootsie Roll.
It's like chocolate gum, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but snow caps are still my least favorite, probably. And then favorite movie. So I'm going to give you guys some advice here. These are my two favorite snack drink combinations to go to the movies.
All right, you heard it here first.
All right, so you either do. This is probably one of my more favorite ones. You got to get a large popcorn, large drink. If you want to go chocolate, I recommend getting like cherry Coke as your drink, and then either like Twix Bites are really good, or just like the straight up classic Bunch of Crunch. Excellent. If you're looking for something a little more on the citrus side, you swap out that Coke for a Sprite, and you get Sour Patch Kids. Probably the watermelon
That
one, since
sounds
you're at the
bad.
movie theater.
That doesn't sound fun to me.
It's good.
The Sprite and Sour Patch.
It's nice and
Kids
zingy,
combo.
dude.
That feels like my mouth is just going to sting.
I told you it was a citrus theme. You know?
Okay, he gave his...
My most common one is the
Which
Bunch
is
of Crunch
fine.
Coca-Cola combination, though.
Which is okay. Here's what I get.
What is he going to say? Some bullshit like what are you going to say? I'm going to guess that you're going to say...
Don't guess, because
no,
I probably told you.
Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but I think it's something shitty like Airhead Sour Strips.
Shitty. No. However, I have done that, but no.
They are okay.
That's not on my recommended
That's like a
list.
C-tier move at the movies, in my opinion.
No. I think, okay, so one thing about me, I worked at a movie theater for a really long time. I will never order popcorn by itself.
Sure.
I will never butter popcorn. I will not do it. If I have popcorn at all, get like a thing of M&Ms like at like a corner store or something like that. Go get like a big bag of M&Ms. Then you get popcorn.
Mix it up.
Yeah, no butter though. It's too much. And then like put the popcorn and the M&Ms in a bucket. You will have a great time.
That is good. I have done that before.
Yeah, because some of them get kind of melty and some of them don't. You get like the crunch, you get the chocolate, you get the salty. It's very good. My favorite all-time snack in general, and I know a lot of people will agree, especially as they kind of made like a strange comeback in a different form, is the Nerds Rope. The Nerds Rope
That's
is
good.
the superior movie.
That's actually a good
snack.
point. I completely forgot about Nerds Rope.
I know you did. That's why I was like, listen to my choices, because my choices are going to be the shit. So yeah, that's kind of where I am on snack time. Let me see. What lessons have you learned since starting your podcast?
Don't wait until the last minute.
Yeah.
I would say is the biggest one. And, like, be realistic with how long something's going to take you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I would say so. Because it does take some effort. Like, if you're just sitting around and you're like, oh, I have an hour, it's not necessarily enough time to, like, get everything going.
Yeah.
With all that, you know?
I remember the thing for me when we were starting is, like, how... me and you both, I feel like, because we had recorded the first 3 episodes and hadn't released anything, that we were just listening to that shit over and over and over again. I was, at least. Because I was
listening to it, yeah.
Yeah, because I was so scared. I was like, God, this sounds so fucking dumb. Like, this sounds so stupid. Like, people aren't going to like it. And, like, I would say that to a few people, and they would be like, you just kind of got to just kind of got to do it for yourself and have a conversation with your friend. Like, that's what's going to matter. And, like, as we started releasing episodes, like, my care for that has definitely dwindled quite a bit. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, like worrying if every single episode's good or not.
Yeah,
just
no.
kind of doing it and letting it go off into the world. I think that's good.
Because, I mean, honestly, you guys who listen have been, like, really supportive, and, like, it's really nice when you guys reach out or you guys, like, text me or, like, yo, like, that was really funny, or like, oh, you should review this, you guys would have such a blast. I mean, that makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
And I think just like the universal lesson in starting any artistic endeavor, not that this is incredibly artistic or anything, but like just actively pursuing being a better version of yourself as opposed to being a better person for, the audience. Yeah.
For sure. Be authentic. Be yourself. Yeah. Let your colors fly.
What did you guys want to be when you were little?
When I was little, I wanted to be an actor. I'm still a child. Yeah. I've always wanted to be an actor. There was a minute where I wanted to be like an astronaut. Like, especially, and honestly, this isn't even like necessarily as a kid. But like in junior high and high school, like when a bunch of those space movies were coming out, especially when Interstellar came out, I was like, man, I really want to be a fucking astronaut. But I'm not very good at math / I don't have the discipline to like get good at it. So I know that it's not in the cards for me. Tell people
about your other degree too, because
I do have a degree in international studies as well. Mm-hmm. It would be cool to like the idea of like exploring other places is really cool. I mean, obviously, as like problematic as like past human explorations have been to like quote unquote unknown areas of the world.
Sure, right.
It would be cool to like be like, wow, I'm like one of the first people that I know of that have like been here and like done this thing and have like discovered this and all that.
Yeah.
Like that kind of sense of wonderment with the world is very active for me.
You have that soul, man, and it was so cool because I got to hang out with I stayed at Luke's house, like his parents' house when we went back to Detroit. And just talking to his parents, and they have really explorative souls. Like, your dad likes to talk about that stuff, and meeting your grandpa.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff Hodson for moving to Colorado at 19 and squatting in an abandoned mining cabin in Breckenridge for nearly 2 years.
It's quite the story,
I
man.
know, man.
But you have that soul in you, and that's really cool. And it was cool to see, like, where that came from.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought I was going to be a marine biologist for a while.
You wanted to be a marine biologist?
So bad.
Really? What stopped it?
I was never good at STEM shit. I was never good at science like that. And I just, like, as much as I wanted to hang out with, like, fish and, like, understand that stuff, like, I was like, this just isn't, it wasn't realistic for me at the time. I think looking back, like, man, what a wonderful life that could have been. But yeah, marine biologist, still got time. I want to hang out in the ocean and do some cool stuff. Like, I've never been scuba diving. That's, like, a really big thing for me.
Yeah.
I remember in Florida, like, 6 years ago.
We should get our licenses.
We should do that.
We could definitely do that.
Yeah. Well, like, 6 years ago in Florida, in Tampa, they have, like, this like, cave, and you can go and do, like, snorkeling, and, like, the water is really clean and clear, and there's so much, like, wildlife, and I was like, man, I wish I could have done that every day. Every day. And like I said earlier, I love swimming. Like, I don't know. I just have a thing for water.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do this one. Where does the name Bucket of Beef come from? Now,
this is much more of an Alex question than the Luke question.
Yeah.
I'm just going with the flow. I think I did kind of suggest that we call it the Bucket of Beef show.
You did. Yeah, you did.
But the Bucket of Beef moniker is unique to Alex and Alex alone.
Yeah, so what's going to happen now is you're going to listen to a short little clip from the person who came up with it, and I'm going to show it to Luke right now. He hasn't heard it. And, then you're going to have your answer. Hold on 1 second.
Hi, all you Bucket of Beefers. My name is Nikki, and I am Alex's mom. I'm super excited to be here. Alex told me that somebody had a question about how they got the name Bucket of Beef. Well, I can put it very simply and just say, Alex is my little bucket of beef. As he was growing up through life, I know some of you probably know me and know that I'm a nicknamer. The people that don't, I'm a nicknamer. So I've called Alex several things over the years. Bear, salad shooter. But one of our favorites has been Bucket of Beef, because he is my little bucket of beef. So that's how they got the name. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Nicole the nicknamer.
Yeah, Nicole the nicknamer.
That's awesome.
If you reach out to her, she will for sure give you one. That's like her favorite thing to do.
I like the salad one. Where did the salad one come from?
Literally, dude.
Salad shooter? Is that what she said? Did you hate salad and you like shoot it away?
No, I think one day she was just like, "Hey, salad shooter," and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "That's your new nickname." It was a new nickname like once every couple months.
That's going to be our new Patreon podcast name.
Yeah?
Salad shooters.
The salad shooters. No, it was brown cow, brown bear.
Oh, you were brown cow?
Yeah.
So cute.
Like, I would get home from school and she'd be like, "Oh, how now, brown cow?"
That's adorable.
It was very, very cute. So, yeah, you got to hear, that's like the first...
Our first guest.
First guest, yeah. Thanks, Mom, for doing that. That's really embarrassing, but also super endearing, so thank you.
Very cute. What's the next question?
Next question. Oh, shit, I put it away.
I know. Alex is dropping the ball, you guys.
God, no.
We'll be putting out auditions for someone to replace Alex in the next few weeks.
Jeez Louise. How many elementary kids could you beat up in an area before they overcome you?
You know, so I wasn't privy to all of the questions that were asked, but I did know about this one and the Bucket of Beef Show question. I think that very much depends on the age of the elementary schoolers. Age and build. What are we going off of? Like, are they all third grade, like 70 pounds?
Put them in the middle. Put them like third to fourth grade.
Third to fourth grade. Man, that's like kind of challenging.
I'll give you... Okay. I'm going to set...
Just bare hand?
Dwight, I'm setting a parameter on this. I'm sorry. It's bare hand, you have a playground, and you have a baseball field. So you have space to move if you need to move, and you have, like, obstacles.
I think I could take 8.
8? That's it?
I'm gonna be conservative and say 8 because they could swarm you, man.
Let's pretend morals aren't a thing right now. Let's pretend you can, like... You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm still gonna stick to 8, I think. 8, like, they're all swarming you. They're throwing haymakers. They're probably kicking your balls.
You gotta think, though, like, you're gonna hit one, and they're just gonna walk away and cry. Right?
Maybe they have that fire in them.
You can have that fire in you. It doesn't matter. You get hit hard enough, you're like, I'm done.
I don't know, dude. They might have it in them.
I don't know. I disagree. I feel like I could, realistically...
Is it 30?
No.
Okay, good.
No. 20.
20. That's a lot of kids.
If I have the space to move and I can talk shit and I can, like, yeah, no, I can take 20.
Like 20. Okay.
Because at least half of them are just going to walk away.
There's a thing. You can intimidate them into submission?
No, but I mean, like, they're definitely going to, like, stop for a second. They're going to be like, okay.
Why? I thought they had that fire, that dog in them.
They can still have that dog in them, but, like, if you're a 24-year-old man and you're talking your shit, they're going to be like, I don't know.
No, these are, like, bred for combat kids.
If they're bred for combat kids, then you're taking...
Not bred for combat, but they, like, have that drive. They, like, want to see you in the dirt.
Okay.
You know?
I guess
like, shit-talking isn't going to work. You're just talking about the sheer physical force of 20 third graders. No emotion involved.
And they'll just get up and come at you.
They'll just get up and come at you until you knock them out.
These are all new rules. So
yeah.
I have to knock them out, and they have that dog in them.
They got that dog in them.
4.
Only 4. See? I'm not such a pussy with my 8 now, huh?
Well, no, because you were thinking about it differently. And you're still going to stick with 8?
Yeah, I think I could do 8.
Fuck, then I can do 8.
Yeah. All right.
I can do 7.
8's a lot.
8 is a lot.
8's a lot when they got that dog in them.
I'm not sure how tired I would be. I haven't had to fight anyone in a really long time.
Yeah.
And that shit is incredibly exhausting.
I'm just imagining you get some thunderous hits in, you know?
Yeah.
Before.
You got to get a couple
This
of clean
is so
back
great.
in.
We're never going to be able to work in education.
Oh, man. Not good. Cool. Awesome. What do you do for money?
What do we do for money?
What do we do for
What
money?
do you do for money, Alex?
I work in a restaurant bar. So that's my primary source of income right now. And then hopefully occasionally I'll get some acting stuff, and that always puts a nice chunk of change in my pocket.
There you go.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
What about you?
I do a lot of freelance stuff. So I do a lot of freelance stuff in film, a lot of like background work in commercials and television shows in the New York area that have been very fun. Met a lot of cool people. Short films, like low-budget commercial-type projects. Yeah, I also work as a freelance brand ambassador in the city. I represent a whole bunch of different companies when they have special events that they bring to town. Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
Basically just anything and everything where you talk to people and greet people and walk them through new products and things like that. Yeah.
It's all about that grind, baby. It's all
Amen,
about
baby.
that Brooklyn grind.
And gambling.
Lots of gambling.
Yep. I'm a blackjack panther.
And I play craps in the alley outside.
Yeah. We sell loose cigarettes to children.
All-time favorite versus least favorite films. Guilty pleasure.
That's hard. It's hard for me to find pick a least favorite film because all of my least favorite movies I forget about. And favorite film is hard too, man. I'll say for now, Everything Everywhere All at Once is pretty close to, like, pretty damn near close to a favorite film. Mm-hmm. I would say, like, favorite, like, popular movies. I mean, Endgame is good. I would say, like, Star Wars Episode 3, just for, like, just purely speaking pop culture movies. Not that that's, like, the best film ever made, but just in terms of my, like, emotional attachment to the brand and everything. Her's a great movie. I'll defend Her as, like, one of my top 10s.
You're
probably.
Giving really quality picks, and I can't wait to just have absolutely nothing.
Good Morning Vietnam. Holes is a childhood classic. Least favorite films? Scooby-Doo.
Please shut the fuck up.
I honestly don't really know my least favorite films. Oh, no, my least favorite film from childhood, and it still might be my least favorite film now, is fucking Shark Tales. I despise Shark Tales.
Why?
Shark Tales is the only film I have ever left while I was watching it in a theater. I was 8 years old, and my mom took me and my sister to see Shark Tales, and I got 15 minutes into it, and I left, and I would not come back to the theater. And I made everyone leave. I blew it up for everyone.
Little Luke was like, I'm not going.
I was a selfish little kid. I made everyone leave, and I think we saw another movie. I hated the shark character, that little pussy shark character.
Will Smith?
No, he wasn't a shark. He was like a cool.
You're talking about okay.
the kid that he befriends.
Yeah,
I hated
the one that
him.
wasn't the like good mob shark.
I thought he was super annoying. I liked Martin Scorsese was in that movie, wasn't he? Didn't he play one of the shark? I think he
played the head mob fish shark.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Damn. Well, either way, sorry, Marty. I did not like Shark Tale as a kid. I'm sure I'd like it more now. But if I had to pick like a film that I have a memory of just creating visceral negative emotions in my body, it is Shark Tale.
Okay. Cool. I just because it's on my mind, I don't want to forget my least favorite film, which I don't want to say it's my least favorite because it's a bad movie. It is truly an excellent movie. It's just a movie I can never watch again. Is just Fruitvale Station.
Yes, that's
Fruitvale
a good
Station.
one too.
And like I said, it's a fantastic movie, and it's based on a true awful story.
Yeah.
But I remember watching that in high school, and I finished it, and like I had to go take a walk.
Yeah.
And I was fucked up for the rest of the day.
No, I remember the two, I guess, kind of three movies, just to like interject in this. Two of them I think are extremely, extremely well made. Fruitvale Station's one of them, and there's another one that's called The Act of Killing. I think it's called. It's a documentary about. I think it's about the death squads in. I want to say it was Myanmar. It could be a different country though, because I haven't watched it in a minute. But what they do for that film is it's a documentary, and they take all of these murderers.
You told me about
basically
this.
The way that this genocide happened is the government basically employed gangsters and gangs to carry out killings of, like, extrajudicial killings of Chinese folks that lived in this country, and they bring all of these now aging gangsters back. Like, they're probably all in like their 70s or 80s at this point. They committed all these killings when they were younger. And they have them recreate some of their favorite moments of the genocide as part of the documentary. And it's crazy to see just how some of them, like, deal with all of this. Like, most of them are like, it was what it was. There's some of them that are like, I loved killing. Like, I wish I could still do it. And then there are others that are just like, they, like, act like it didn't affect them. And then they put them in the room and they're, like, having them recreate, like, torture scenes with people. And they just, like, break down. And they just, like, cannot handle it. And it's a really, really... It's an incredible film, but it's one of those films where, like, you sit just, like, quietly, like, disassociating for, like, 30 minutes afterwards. Yeah. And Beast of No Nation is also one of those films, too, for me. It's a horrifying movie. Yeah.
All right. Well, one of my favorites.
Sorry to overtake that.
My main guilty pleasure film that I have seen, even since I moved to New York, like 9 or 10 times, and will watch it throughout the rest of my life. My children will watch it with me when they are of age. Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The Michael
from
Bay
1990. Ones. No, get those giant green monstrosities out of here. No, when they're it's the puppets. Jim Henson did all like the puppeteering, and they have the costumes and shit. Like the first one and second one, like I love, and they've only gotten better as I've gotten older because they're just like funnier and weirder, and like I love showing people these movies. They're just, if you have time, you may not like it. Shut up. Yes, you have.
Have I?
Yes.
When?
There's no way you haven't.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Can't remember.
That's problematic for me too, Luke. You've said 2 very problematic ass things to me today.
Listen, I'm a crazy guy.
You're not even.
No, not really.
And my all-time favorite, as opposed to a guilty pleasure. Oh, Luke's peeing.
I'm not peeing. I'm getting water.
Is Hook.
Hook's good.
Hook is just, you have to understand. So when I was little, like really little, like 3 to 8, I would go on 3 to 4 hour road trips like every weekend to visit my grandparents. And I had a portable DVD player, and I remember there was like one day we walked into a Walmart, and my grandpa was like, "Hey, you have like $15. Get whatever DVDs you want." And I got Hook and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Superman, and a couple of other things.
It's a great deal.
And those, yeah, I mean, because they have those like bins.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
those,
it's like dollar bins or $5 bins, yeah.
And like those are the movies that have just like stuck with me for life. Those movies were my best friends for so long. So yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think though, out of all this, people take away Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah.
And maybe don't watch it without me because I like to experience it with other people.
Yeah, FaceTime Alex.
Yeah. All right. Sorry that was so long. That was a long answer to that question. Would you rather be a chicken or a duck?
Duck easy.
Tell me.
Ducks are also more delicious than chicken. I would hate to be eaten as a duck. I feel terrible for eating duck. I try to keep it to a minimum because I think they're beautiful creatures. You get to like you live off the land. You migrate. You have a little family, a little duck family. Mm-hmm. And there's a sense of community. I don't want to be on a factory farm as a chicken.
Sure.
There's more of a danger, I think, in being a chicken in this world than being a duck.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I choose peace in my life.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
And you can fly.
And I can fly.
And do cool duck shit.
Exactly.
You can make duck sounds.
And people are always like, "Oh my god, look at those ducks! Like, let's go on a romantic trip to the duck pond." And some people are like, "Oh look, it's a chicken at the petting zoo," but going to Chicken Shack 48 hours later, you know? So how do you really feel about that chicken?
Yeah, totally.
I feel existential guilt when I eat a duck, but it's my mouth overcomes my heart because it's so delicious. But with chicken, I don't give a fuck.
Dude, sometimes you get bread as a duck.
I've never
sometimes old people feed you bread.
I've really never felt bad eating a chicken, you know? Mm-hmm. But I have felt bad about eating a duck.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I would also choose duck. There's just it's so versatile.
Yeah,
to be a duck. Yeah, that's all the reasons and just the free bread.
Yeah,
occasionally just out in the pond chilling. Someone's like, "You come here, little ducky. I give you some bread."
Exactly.
You gotta get your bread on.
Yep, duck,
easy. If you can go back in time and take a lead for any film, what would it be? I'm curious about this answer for you.
Oh man, that's actually a really hard question. To be a lead in any film. Mm-hmm. Can you answer this first?
Yes, because I was sitting here thinking, man, what do I really want to see myself in and doing? And it involves a lot of action, looking stoic and really cool. My first thought is a Marvel movie, but I want to go classic, slice and dice shit. I would love to be. I'm taking Wesley Snipes out, and I'm playing Blade.
Oh shit!
And I want to be part vampire, strength, guns, swords all over the place, and looking down long hallways with sunglasses on and just no expression. Let's do this, motherfuckers. That's cool.
That's good. I think I might pick a Tarantino film, one of the guys in Inglourious Bastards or Reservoir Dogs.
Fair.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it'd just be a fun. I'd want to be in an ensemble style film, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would pick one
Which
of
is
those two
also the
movies.
dream. I think just like, I mean, that's just something since I was a kid. I'm like, I want to be like a superhero.
Yeah, I would pick one of those movies. Like anything like Paul Dano has done too. Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd be cool to be like the preacher kid and There Will Be Blood. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I think I'd pick. I think my top would be to be in any Tarantino movie though. Even though he'd kick my ass and call me names probably.
Well, that was
a little piece of shit.
That was a question from our wonderful friend Josue.
Yes.
Thank you for giving us that question. Josue also has another question.
Yes, let's hear it.
It says, also, for Luke, how come you never took me out on a date? Wishing you both the best.
Oh, man. That's a tough question, Josue. Mm-hmm. And I think I was too intimidated by you. You're such a charismatic guy, and yeah, I was just too intimidated. I couldn't make my move. We had some good flirtations going on. I can't hold a candle to Aiden, and that's
facts.
that.
Facts.
That's facts. I just can't compete with that.
Josue, we have to hop on Apex soon.
Yeah, I won't be there, but Alex will.
Yes. Okay. Let's play videos when?
That would be fun to do Let's Plays. I don't know how it works, how to set up a Let's Play thing.
I think you just do like Twitch. I think you just set up a Twitch.
If any of you guys actually want us to do Let's Plays where we like play games together, let us know, because that actually could be kind of fun.
That would be a blast.
Yeah, let us know if there's interest. If there is interest, we'd be happy to, because we both do like gamey goos.
Yeah, we would have to play like Phasmophobia.
Never heard of it.
That's like you're like ghost hunters. And,
ooh, that sounds fun.
And like you play with other people, but each person has like a different job.
Is there multiplayer in Luigi's Mansion?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Cool. And we could stream Madden, because me and Luke play Madden all the time.
Gets so mad.
This is the shit that really pisses me off, because Luke is unnaturally good at this game, and I've started multiple campaigns to get better, and he still beats me every time. And guys, I turn into the Hulk every single time he beats me. Like, it gets real bad.
It's pretty dramatic. And honestly, I think I place my being good at Madden on like being between the ages of like 10 and 14 and like constantly playing Madden 08. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Madden 08. I think that's honestly the best, like one of the best Maddens ever made. Like the career thing you can do is so good. Like you get your own little agent. You can like choose the style of like apartment or house you live in. Like you always get to read the newspaper clippings every week about you or not about you if you're not good. It's fun. Shout out to Madden 08 for making me better than Alex at Madden.
For now, motherfucker.
Well, forever.
We'll see about that. We're gonna play.
You guys gotta hop on the Let's Play, and we'll see. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Watch Alex beat me the first time we play live.
And you had one question for. I know this question is for me. Thank you for that. Feelings on werewolves, and I guess I have a story to tell.
Well, I don't get to have an opinion on werewolves?
Yeah, you do, but this question is for me. Embarrassingly. Go ahead.
No.
Me?
Yeah, go. Since you're so selfish about this question.
No, I'm not selfish about this question.
Okay, go.
Tell me about werewolves.
Nope, go.
Okay. So when I was little, I used to go to the video store.
Little Alex. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
gonna be Alex.
Okay.
In this.
I used to rent movies.
Oh, can I have one movie, please?
And it was usually a Goosebumps movie.
A Goosebumps movie, if you do have one.
And there was one night I got the Werewolf of Fever Swamp.
Oh boy, the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Thanks, Mom.
I went home.
Boop boop boop.
And watched this movie. I was scared out of my mind.
That's him putting the VHS tape in. He's rewinding.
Yeah, scared out of my mind. You just blew everyone's eardrums out.
Sorry.
And I went to bed that night not knowing my...
I can't handle this.
I went to bed that night not knowing my grandparents had gotten a dog.
Oh no.
And
what's that sound?
I hear claws on the ground, and a big black dog like jumped onto the bed and is growling in my face. And from then on, I have had an irrational fear of werewolves for my entire life.
Oh
no. But I love watching werewolf horror movies. I love it. Like, I like being scared, like when I watch horror shit, but like that werewolf stuff really gets my heart racing.
It's good.
Which is it's a ridiculous thing, but.
Well, that's like a real like childhood fear, though. That like makes sense.
Yeah,
you know,
it is. It's just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like baked in. Like, you can't unbake a cake,
Yeah.
you know?
But I'm not, like, scared of dogs. I'm not, like, scared of... But,
That's
like,
good.
you cannot get me to go anywhere near a wolf habitat at the zoo.
Damn.
Not at all.
Not a fan of lycanthropy.
Nope.
Damn. My opinion of werewolves, I think they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, you know? Can't really hate them. Can't really love them. They're just doing what we all do.
They got that pack mentality.
And they really got that dog in them.
Got a dog in them, boy. What is your biggest emotional fear?
Oh, God. My biggest emotional fear?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That went from 0 to 100. My biggest emotional fear? Dang. Can you take this one first? That might take me a while to get to.
My biggest emotional fear?
Yeah.
Not to be, like, too, like, oddly morbid or anything, but, I mean, my fear of death is crippling. And the fact that everyone does it alone is one of those things that's, like, so petrifying to me, but also, like, oddly beautiful in a way. I think the only way that, like, my brain feels, like, okay with that knowledge is that, like, is the fact that everyone does it alone. It's, like, the most solitary thing that will ever happen to you. You know what I mean? So, like, that's one of those things I'm like, that's, like, emotionally weighing on me at all times, every day. Like, right before I go to sleep, I'm like, dude, this shit's gonna happen one day. Are you ready?
Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
Mine would maybe be, like, everyone pretending to like me, but secretly hating me.
Sure.
I guess that would be an emotional fear.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I like being liked.
I mean, you're an actor. I mean, that's true.
Or,
for
like,
all of us.
everyone everyone thinking that I've, like, done some horrible wrong that makes me irredeemable.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I think I've done that.
Yeah.
But, like, the idea of that happening and, like, no one wanting anything to do with me, I think could be a little intimidating.
It's terrifying.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mine.
This is the therapy of beef.
Mm-hmm.
Bucket of therapy.
Yeah.
And I think this is our last question.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure. It's, does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
False.
It does not belong on pizza.
You're
I
right.
understand why people like to put it on pizza. I've eaten some weird shit on pizza. But, like, if you got fucking pineapple on a pizza, why not put a fucking strawberry on it? You know what I mean?
No, don't do that.
Or, like, a blueberry.
Don't do that because, I've seen this man, Luke, have cake, chicken, and macaroni and cheese in one sitting, eating at the same time. Okay?
Yeah.
So his palate
But
is
I wouldn't put the
all
mac
over
and
the
cheese
place.
on the fucking...
I would not put it past you. I would not
wouldn't.
put it
I
past you.
haven't done it yet. I will
at
not do
all. We'll see about that. But no, I think if you can find exceptional Hawaiian pizza, there's nothing that beats it.
Sure,
There's
I just
that
don't think
splash
it's
of
really pizza at that
citrus
point.
Juice. What do you mean?
Like, it's not really pizza at that point. Like, it's the same thing with, like, there's this great pizza place in Detroit called Pie Sai, where they do put a bunch of crazy shit on their pizza. I wouldn't be surprised if they've put strawberries on pizza before. And it's good, but I wouldn't call it pizza. You know? It's like a pizza fusion.
What's something that is like right on the edge for you for that? That you're like, it's kind of a topping, but shouldn't be a topping, but like it works?
Well, honestly, I would say I don't despise pineapple on a pizza.
Okay.
I would say pineapple just because, like, it's become associated with, like, it's okay to be on a pizza. Mm-hmm. Everything else, like, feels appropriate. Oh, lettuce. Like when you have, like, a BLT pizza.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of weird.
That's
like
weird.
Lettuce on a pizza.
And
I
they
think
put mayo on it.
Yeah. Oh, also, just like anyone, and I know that a lot of people do it. I think you have done it before. Maybe I'm wrong, though. So I'm sorry if I am wrong on this. Just people that, like, douse pizza in ranch.
Yeah, I'm not that
like,
big.
just douses it. I have, like, a phobia of ranch on pizza now within reason. Because when I was in middle school,
dude, everyone,
I would hang out with these kids, and it would always be like, it was like pizza every Thursday, and people would get double lunch pizza, so it's just pizza all over the place. The whole place smells like greasy, shitty pizza. And there was this kid that, like, all the kids would get a ton of ranch, but there was this one kid, he would get like 2 or 3 like to-go cups of ranch from the lunch ladies, and he would take the ranch and he would dump it on top of the pizza. Like, he wouldn't dip. He would just douse the pizza in fucking ranch. And he would lick the ranch off of the pizza slice like it was some kind of deranged ice cream. And he would do that every Thursday.
That was the thing with going to school, man, in middle school, because, like, that pizza day would hit, and you would get hints of crust,
you would know,
but you would mostly smell
like,
ranch.
You would know whose people's ancestors, like, liked raiding villages. You know? Like, really took a fucked up pleasure in it. Not, like, out of survival, but, like, loved. Like, just sadistic and shitty people, you know?
I'm gonna absolutely obliterate my cousin Grace because she is, like, in our family known as, like, the ranch queen. Like, she would put ranch on hot dogs, ranch on her nachos, like, ranch on everything.
Yeah. Like, within reason, I respect it, but if you're gonna be an animal about it,
Yeah.
I can't hang. Like, I can't hang. I just can't do it.
I think, okay, the best stuff I get on pizza, like, if it's ever, like, presented in front of me, it's usually at a nicer Italian place. Prosciutto.
Prosciutto on pizza is good.
Arugula. And, like...
Yeah, arugula is oddly more respectable on pizza than lettuce.
And like a white pizza, like where there's like not really sauce, but there's like that olive oil on it. Like that shit is pristine.
That's true. Yep. I'm glad that we're hitting the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
With such vigor on this.
Me too. That's all the questions though.
That's all the questions. Thank you guys for sending them our way. We were kind of overwhelmed by the number of replies that we got. So
I'll be honest, guys. I was like, I mean, we posted that little video, and then like the next day, I looked at Luke and I was like, we're gonna have like 3 or 4. How are we gonna fill the time for this?
Yeah.
And you guys really showed up.
I am disappointed that none of you, to those of you that saw the video and didn't ask any gum-related questions, shame on you. But maybe we'll do another one in the future, and hopefully we'll get into a sticky situation, if you know what I mean.
Wow, like that punny.
Yeah, you know.
Very good. This was the 10th episode of the Bucket of Beef Show.
10th.
What's our next milestone? Gotta hit, is it 25? Hit like a quarter
Yeah,
of
25.
25?
That'd be crazy. We better have 250 followers on Instagram by then, you guys.
Oh my goodness, we hit 80. That's a big one.
I know,
though.
thank you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, 25. I mean, we've done 20-ish.
Yeah?
Now.
Counting all the Patreon stuff.
Yeah.
For those of you that aren't subscribed to the Patreon page, please consider checking it out. We have an entire exclusive podcast dedicated to the Patreon page. You get early access to new episodes. You have exclusive voting power on some of the movies that we watch. I personally think it's a good bang for your buck. If you want to support us, it would mean the world.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
Absolutely. So we're ready to dip on out of here.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll have a poll up soon for you guys. We'll see you on the next one. We hope you're enjoying your day, your evening, your beginning of spring.
Maybe want to use like drinking some nice cold rosé in a bathtub. I really hope you are.
Covered in bubbles.
Oh,
sounds phenomenal.
Like a good bath bomb.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
His name is Alex Morrison.
And his name is Luke Hodson.
Thank you so much for staying beefy. And we'll catch you on the other side of the griddle.
Bye, guys.